I could do this for hours and hours and hours. Love like this again, you were made for me. Wish I had a time machine, baby, if I had a time machine. People like me break beautiful things. Angels don't fly so close to me. How come my superpowers don't work on you and me? I know that loving you.
You thought I chose to get on TV and sing a Mariah Carey song? You thought that was my choice? Why would I do that?
She wrote hits for Rihanna, Ariana Grande, and Pitbull for over a decade, making millions for everyone but herself. Then, at 33 years old, she rebranded, dropped the song called Hours and Hours, and became an overnight sensation after 10 years of invisibility. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. The same woman who sang about unconditional love just told Black women they have ashy cankles, divorced her husband of 9 years, got accused of sabotaging Essence Fest, and became one of the most controversial figures in R&B. This is Muni Long's story, and it's messier than you think.
I can't speak about anybody else, but this is my real life, and I really have to fight, get where I'm at, and I think having a tool like TikTok where I could just cut through the noise and not have to deal with the politics.
Born Priscilla Renee Hamilton on September 14, 1988, in Gifford, Florida, Muni Long spent 15 years writing songs that defined a generation while her own name remained unknown. She's been married to music producer Masimba Chabanda since 2014, has one child, and a net worth of $4 million. But in 2024, everything collapsed. Her marriage ended. Her comments about Black women.
I can't speak about anybody else, but this is my real life, and I really have to fight, get where I'm at, and I think having a tool like TikTok where I could just cut through the noise and not have to deal with the politics, oh, well, we don't know if people are gonna like it. Like, it's clear, you can see. People want my music, there's a demand for it, there's a space for it. Yeah, so I think it's complicated. What's going on right now, they're saying it's gonna be resolved soon. But yeah, for artists like me who use TikTok to really reach people, it's kind of bumming. It's a bummer.
Exploded across social media. The industry she fought so hard to conquer turned against her. So how did we get here? Buckle up, because this journey goes from church girl to ghostwriter to Grammy winner to canceled queen. September 14th, 1988, Gifford, Florida, a tiny, predominantly Black community in Vero Beach where everyone knows everyone.
They're pushing the boundary, the border.
What do you say you from? You say you from?
Gifford. Yeah, it's becoming smaller and smaller.
Priscilla Renee Hamilton enters the world, and from the moment she could speak, she was singing.
Without it, I couldn't hear you. I ain't have no signal.
Her mother was a singer. Her biological father played trumpet. Music wasn't just in the house. It was the house.
So I actually grew up all over the United States in my younger years. It wasn't until I was about 14 that we moved to Gifford.
By age 2, Priscilla was already singing, harmonizing before she could form complete sentences.
It's my gift, but I don't have ownership over these melodies and lyrics. This is coming from God, like a divine source.
Her family immediately recognized her gift and volunteered her for every church event possible. Christmas programs, Easter services, Wednesday night Bible study. If there was a microphone, little Priscilla was on it. But here's where her story takes an interesting turn. Her stepfather served in the U.S. Navy, which meant structure, discipline, and expectations. This wasn't a family that tolerated mediocrity. By age 9, Priscilla was entering talent competitions, not just participating, winning, local showcases, state competitions. Anywhere she could perform, she dominated.
This again, you were made for me.
The adults would whisper, that girl's going somewhere. They had no idea where, because what happens next launches her into the music industry, but not as a star, as a ghost. In 2006, YouTube exploded. Teenagers with webcams are becoming overnight sensations, and Priscilla Renee is one of them. She starts posting covers and original songs from her bedroom in Florida.
It wasn't until I started writing my own stuff and posting it on YouTube
The response is immediate. Thousands of views, then tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands. Music executives are scouring YouTube for the next big thing, and Priscilla's voice stops them cold. Capitol Records comes calling. They sign her. She's 18, straight out of Florida, about to become a star.
I started writing my own stuff on and posting it on YouTube. Somebody found me. I got signed to a major Capitol Record, and then it kind of like went like fizzled out.
Except she's not. In 2009, Capitol released her debut album, Jukebox. The lead single, Dollhouse, gets some radio play,
'Cause I ain't a doll, this ain't a dollhouse.
but nothing catches fire. The album peaks at number 166 on the Billboard 200. Critical reviews are positive. She's talented, great voice, potential. But the sales? Dismal. Capitol Records has no idea how to market her. Is she pop, R&B, soul? They're confused, so the public is confused. But here's what Capitol does notice. Priscilla can write, not just sing, not just perform. She can write songs that other people could turn into hits. And that's when they make her an offer that will change everything and trap her for the next decade. Because what Capitol offers her next will make her rich but invisible. Capitol Records essentially tells Priscilla,
"You're not a star, but you can write for stars." And because she's young, broke, and desperate to stay in music, she agrees. What follows is one of the most prolific songwriting careers nobody knows about. In 2009, Priscilla co-writes California King Bed for Rihanna. The song peaks at number 37 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a fan favorite on Rihanna's Loud album.
In this California king bed.
Rihanna gets the credit, Priscilla gets a check, and a written by credit in tiny font. She writes Timber for Pitbull, featuring Kesha, a massive global hit that everyone knows. Multi-platinum, over 1 billion streams. Priscilla's name? Buried in the credits. She writes for Ariana Grande, Fifth Harmony, Selena Gomez, Kelly Clarkson, Chris Brown, Demi Lovato, Mary J. Blige. The checks are good, 6 figures per hit song, publishing royalties rolling in. She's making money, but nobody knows her name. In interviews years later, Muni describes this period as suffocating.
Listening to it ain't easy, but kissing you is easy.
I was creating magic for everyone else while my own dreams died in the background. She's watching artists she wrote for perform at award shows, do interviews, get magazine covers, while she's in the studio writing the next hit for someone else. By 2015, Priscilla Renea was exhausted, burned out, invisible. She's made millions for the industry, but feels like a ghost. So she makes a decision that seems insane to everyone around her. She walks away from it all, and what she does next nearly ends her career permanently. In 2018, Priscilla Renea left Capitol Records and released Colored, an independent album on her own label.
Till I became the roots and the fruits and the branches of my family tree.
No major label support, no radio push, just raw artistry and a prayer.
Till I became the roots and the fruits and the branches of my family tree.
The album is critically praised, but commercially ignored. It's too experimental for mainstream R&B, too niche for pop radio. It sells barely anything. Priscilla is 30 years old, broke again, and questioning everything. Did she make the wrong choice leaving the ghostwriting money? Her husband, music producer Masimba Chibanda, married since 2014, believes in her. They have 1 child together. Money is tight, but Masimba keeps telling her, your time is coming.
I do believe that there's such thing as divine timing. I think I set the intention when we first started Money Long.
But Priscilla can't see it. Depression sets in. The industry has moved on. Younger artists are blowing up on TikTok and Instagram. She feels obsolete. Then in 2019, she does something radical. She kills Priscilla Renea. She rebrands as Muni Long, pronounced Money Long, a declaration that her time to get paid as an artist, not just a writer, is coming.
And I was researching like meditation, came across a story about an ancient sage named Muni, spelled with the 2 accents over the U.
The name is aspirational, manifestation. She's speaking her success into existence. But for 2 years, nothing happened. Muni Long releases music independently, performs small shows, builds slowly. Then comes 2021, and everything changes in the most unexpected way possible. Because one song, recorded in her bedroom, is about to make her a superstar at 33 years old. Late 2021, Muni Long is in her home studio, creating music with no expectations, no label pressure. No one tells her what's radio friendly, just pure artistic expression. She writes and records hours and hours. A slow-burning, vulnerable R&B ballad about unconditional love.
I could do this for hours and hours and hours.
The song is simple. Piano, her voice, raw emotion. It's the kind of song major labels would reject as too slow or not commercial enough. Muni releases it independently in November 2021. At first, nothing happened. A few thousand streams, modest social media engagement, just another release in an ocean of music. Then TikTok discovers it.
But that's the one that was out, and it just happened to be a good one. And people went and streamed it and literally made it go from like number 99 on iTunes to number 1 in 3 days.
Couples start using hours and hours for relationship videos. The sound goes viral. Suddenly, millions of people are discovering Muni Long for the first time. The song jumps to 100,000 streams per day, then 500,000, then 1,000,000 streams per day.
Hours and Hours peaks at number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100. It hits number 1 on urban radio. It accumulates over 250 million streams in 6 months. Def Jam Recordings signs her immediately. After years of independence, Muni finally has major label support, but this time as the artist. The success is surreal. Muni Long spent 10 years writing hits for others, and now, at 33, she's finally the name on everyone's lips. February 5th, 2023. The 65th Annual Grammy Awards. Muni Long wins Best R&B Performance for Hours and Hours. She defeats established stars and takes home her first Grammy, not as a writer, but as an artist.
I'm speaking from experience. You can do it. You can change. You can be anything you want to be.
She's crying. She's thanking God, her family, her team. She's vindicated. All those years of invisibility finally paid off. But what she doesn't know at that moment is that her biggest bows are just beginning. Because success brings visibility, and visibility brings scrutiny. And what Muni says next will turn her fans into enemies. May 2025, Muni Long is doing a TikTok live, engaging with fans. Someone in the comments trolls her, saying they don't like her personality. Most celebrities ignore trolls. Muni doesn't.
Ever black women say they don't like my personality. Because I'm being myself, I'm acting just like your raggedy mom and your aunties. But there's something wrong with my personality.
She responds, "It's only ever black women that say they don't like my personality. I'm being myself. I'm acting just like your raggedy mommy and your aunties with them ashy cankles. This is how they act. But something is wrong with my personality? Take a look in the mirror, ho. You don't like you." The internet explodes. Black women across social media are furious. Did she really just call black women's mothers raggedy with ashy candles? The backlash is immediate and brutal. Articles are written, think pieces flood Medium and blogs. The consensus? Muni Long just insulted the very demographic that supported her rise. But instead of apologizing, Muni doubles down. She posts a 6-minute TikTok defending her comments, essentially saying black women project their own insecurities onto her. She refuses to apologize.
So for your fan base, your core demographic, because let's be real, white people are not listening to your music.
The controversy dominates Black Twitter for weeks. Hashtags trend. Former fans say they're done supporting her. Radio DJs debate whether to keep playing her music. And then, just when you think it can't get worse, the Life Jennings situation happens. Because what she says about a beloved R&B classic makes people question if success changed her. August 2025, Muni Long goes on social media and calls Life Jennings' classic 2006 hit Must Be Nice trash. She says the song represents hating and calls Life a hating-ass nigga for writing it. For context, Must Be Nice is a beloved R&B song about a woman who dates a wealthy man while the narrator struggles financially. It's considered a classic. Life Jennings claps back hard. He reminds Muni that he's a legend who paved the way for artists like her. The R&B community sides with Life. Muni eventually apologizes, but the damage is done. People start asking, what's wrong with Muni Long? Why is she attacking everyone? Then comes July 2025 and the Essence Fest controversy. Muni Long performs at Essence Fest in New Orleans, one of the biggest celebrations of Black culture. But her performance has major technical issues. Sound cuts out, speakers distort. It's a disaster. After the performance, Muni accuses Essence Fest producers of sabotaging her. She claims her set time was changed, soundcheck had repeated malfunctions, engineers assured her everything was fine, only for equipment to fail during her actual performance. Essence Fest doesn't publicly respond, but industry insiders suggest Muni's paranoia is showing. Technical difficulties happen at festivals. Is it sabotage, or is Muni looking for excuses? The controversies are piling up, and then comes the announcement that breaks hearts, because the woman who sang hours and hours about unconditional love is about to reveal her own love story is over. August 29th, 2024. Just days after the Black woman controversy, Muni Long goes on Real 92.3's The Cruise Show and drops a bomb. She and her husband, Masimba Chabanda, married since 2014, have separated after 9 years.
I've been married for 9 years and it just didn't work out. You know, it's like, again, like what I was saying, I don't have time for drama. I don't have time for nonsense. This is one of the most amazing times in my life.
I don't have time for nonsense, she says cryptically. I don't have time for drama. But wait, wasn't her husband the one who supported her through the broken indie years? The one who believed in her when no one else did? The father of her child? Fans are confused. Some are supportive, saying relationships end and that's okay. Others point out the irony. The woman who built her comeback on a love song is now single and seemingly bitter. Muni doesn't explain further. No details about why they separated, no clarification about whether it was mutual or messy, just I don't have time for drama, which creates more drama. Her social media becomes more defiant, more combative, more willing to clap back at critics. It's like the separation unleashed something in her, or maybe revealed who she always was. People start connecting dots. The Black women comments, the Life Jennings beef, the Essence Fest accusations. The marriage ended. Is Muni Long going through a public breakdown, or is she just finally showing her real personality? So after all this drama, scandal, and controversy, where does that leave Muni Long now? October 2025. Muni Long is still performing, still releasing music, still present, but her relationship with the Black community that elevated her is fractured. Her net worth sits at $4 million. Comfortable, but nowhere near the stratospheric wealth of the artist she used to write for. She's Grammy validated, but culturally canceled by many. Hours and Hours continues to stream millions of times per month. It's become a modern R&B classic despite the controversy surrounding its creator. New releases get decent numbers, but nothing has matched that viral magic.
I will not wallow and I will not be, sad. I'll use it as a stepping stone.
In recent interviews, Muni insists she has no regrets. She's unapologetically herself, controversy and all. I'd rather be authentic and divisive than fake and universally liked. But there's a loneliness to her new brand. She's isolated herself from the community that championed her. Radio play has decreased, collaborations have dried up. The industry is watching to see if she can recover. She's also been open about living with lupus and being autistic, health and neurodivergent realities that might explain some of her communication challenges. But disclosure doesn't erase impact. So what's the real story of Muni Long? Misunderstood genius or self-sabotaging diva? Muni Long's story isn't over. She's only 37. She could redeem herself, apologize genuinely, rebuild bridges, or she could continue being unapologetically authentic and watch her career plateau. Either way, one thing is certain. Muni Long went from ghost to Grammy to cancel faster than anyone expected. And that's a story worth remembering.